Biking has always been part of Alpkit, whether that's ill-fated adventures early on, North Wales with a solid frame rucksack, or Kenny's amazing trip with a boulder mat to go to Mellow Block. The bike luggage has changed amazingly. The biggest difference is we've got people that can actually sew, because me and Jim, we couldn't. Basically, we've made a bag for pretty much each part of the bike, and now we're doing nearly 40 items covering every genre of biking. You've got everything from the kind of transcontinental guy, kind of lighter weight setups, faster speed, the expedition tourer, more durable, slightly heavier weight, but able to cope with all the demands of that. And then you kind of got the kind of Camino style rider that's something like the Tuscany Trail, where you've got long ascents, technical descents, and maybe hundreds of kilometres to ride back home. The majority of our bike luggage is made here in our UK factory. We also complement that with our Rando range, which is a fully waterproof construction using welded technology that's ideal for wet weather, the UK. So the UK bike luggage we make in a variety of different fabrics depending on the use. We use a lot of fabrics from Dimension Polyant, so we use a VX21 and this the LS07. They're all using a 3-layer construction which we've nicked from making sails. We also use Cordura, which has been used in the outdoor industry for years and years and years, and still no one's come up with anything better. Choosing bike luggage is like choosing anything. You've got to think, how are you going to use it, what you're going to use it for, how long, how much money, how. So let's look at a few options and sample setups just to give you a better idea of what's available. So the Barbag range covers everything from the 3-litre Naro all the way up to the 20-litre Airlock Dual. And we've even got a little extra capacity in some of the harness systems to allow for an even larger bag. At this point, it's the size of bag that's probably the determining factor of what you actually need. I guess the reason that the two smaller bags are on these two bikes are mainly because they're drop handlebars and there's space between them. So really that you can only fit up to a kind of 13 litre, otherwise it gets a little bit too cramped. Okay, I suppose this I can run through almost all the features of a kind of front bag setup. So you've got the main bag, so the airlock, which can be put on by the straps by themselves, or if you're using a fat bike, larger diameter tyres, larger bike, basically you'd probably want to use a harness system just to raise the bag up. That includes also accessory pockets in order to put GPS, spot if you wanted to, or kind of gels throughout the day. Arguably the Barbags bear the brunt of the weather that you're cycling through. So all of these bags are fully waterproof. The cockpit is an important part of any bike packer setup, and we've got two main style of bags to cope with that. So we've kind of got the zippered pack, you just pull it open, that normally sits on the tops tube, and this one 0.65 litres, enough for a couple of gels, kind of a few bits and pieces, and then that goes, basically we've got bigger sizes to cope with whatever you need to go in the bag. The other style of bag we have is the drawstring stem cell. It's bigger volume, really quick access. You can fit anything from a stove system, which will allow you to not have to access some of the larger bags during the day, and you could even fit, lightweight waterproof. Again, going up a Welsh hillside, starts to hammer it down. You pull it out, stick it on, no need to stop. Frame bags are the most individual of all the bags that we do for bike packing, because almost every frame is different. So when choosing a frame bag, you've got to think about what you're taking. You might even choose, like on that one, not to take anything. If you're going to win a race across Europe, don't take anything, don't sleep, keep riding, you're going to win it. Once you've chosen to go for a frame bag, you've got to decide what kind of frame bag you want. So you're either going to go for a half-size frame bag, and that really depends on what type of bike you have. If you've got a mounted bike, you might take something like the Possum, and if you've got a road geometry, you might take something like the Glider. The other option of frame bag is the full-size option that uses all the available space inside your frame. The benefits of a full-size frame bag like the Stingray are the larger capacity just means that you can take more stuff. Also, if you've got heavier stuff, you can place that at the bottom. Lower centre of gravity will improve the bike's handling. The great thing about having our own UK factory is that we can make a fully custom frame bag, such as the Stingray, to fit your bike. So anything that you need, whether you want zips on one side, zips on the other, mat flaps, even kind of connection points to your bike, we can do that. The Alpkit seat pack range covers everything from the small bateau for your trail essentials, to the mid-size enduro pack for more trail essentials, past the slightly larger packs, all the way to the Big Papa, our expedition size seat pack. I guess the question is, how would we choose between any one of these seat packs? The Fiana is quite easy. It's our fully welded, waterproof construction seat pack. So you've got the advantage of putting your stuff in and it's going to keep dry. Next up is the Koala. That's our best-selling seat pack. Available in a variety of fabrics, and here it's our LSO7, which is our kind of lightest weight and really durable fabric. Here we've got the Big Papa, and that's our expedition weight seat pack, full of features all about increasing durability, heavier weight materials, thicker weight buckles, construction, bar tacking, you name it, we've put it on it. So if you're a mountain biker riding technical descents, or the kind of rider that wants to get out of their saddle and really push it uphill, the Koala 7 with Exo Rail is an ideal choice. So whatever type of rider you are, or wherever you choose to ride, hopefully that's given you an overview of Alpkit's bikepacking range.